Hey, I think we in the house. Hey, are we in the house? It's been a little minute. I don't know if we in the house. I think we in the house. Hey, what's going on? This be your boy JezzyMan back in here for the remix. Back in here with another reaction type of video. I almost forgot my little intro. I ain't recorded in a hot little minute. Look, I'm feeling some kind of way today. Shit. Oh yeah, before I even get into shit, you know, we've been cooking, bitch.
Underground just like a fox, cause this shit is underground just like a fox. Whoa, I can trade your life for another one. All
right, enough of that shit. I don't really feel like dancing today. Like I was about to say, I'm in a fucking mood, man. Let's fucking go. I'm feeling some kind of way, shit. But you know what they say. When the mood going down, we get the clout going up or something like that. I don't know shit. As you can see what we doing. You can see it. I ain't got to explain it to you. You know what you should do on a day when you're a little bit pissed off? You should do a little try not to laugh. Hey, right? Because ain't nothing funnier than when you try not to laugh. Y'all know how that go. So shit, Brewstew, I've been purposely not watching the new one so I could do it here with y'all. So hell yeah, let's fucking get to it. Let's see what we got here. This new Brewstew. Hold on, let me minimize my fucking OBS window. Sorry, I'm not professional. I didn't think to do this before I started the video. None of that. Hang on. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Got y'all up here in the corner. All right, now I ain't got no 2-screen setup and all that cool shit that the professional YouTubers be using. So I swear, oh, here it is, 90s Night. I don't think I saw this one. All right, I'm sure a lot of y'all have. I have not. I've been saving.
What are you still doing here? You still have not downloaded.
Girl, I haven't even started. Shut up.
I'm just gonna keep showing.
Don't tell me what to do on my PC. I don't even know you like that. I just started the video. All right, let's go. Let's go. I can't say that. I might have to cut that out. All right, yeah, Brewstew. 90s Night.
All right, now I've never mentioned it before, but I just so happen to be a pretty big Detroit Tigers fan. And if baseball's not your thing, I get it. But for me personally, I totally like to dad it out on a recliner and watch the Tigers lose on a daily basis. Well, it was during one of these dad sessions that I see the following Friday is going to be 90s Night at Comerica Park. And that's where they hand out retro 90s hats, and people in the crowd dress up like Hulk Hogan and Bill Clinton. And not to mention, Montel Jordan's gonna be there to do a post-game concert. Whoopity-doo! Now, you don't know who Montel Jordan is. Well, he's the man behind such classic 90s hits as This Is How We Do It and
Wait, I'm already
This
laughing.
Is How We Do It. This 90s Night.
That was funny as fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. I've lost the plot. I got carried away in the 90s already. See, it's making my mood better already. I got carried away in the 90s talk, and I started giggling already. I lost the plot. I was fucking around with my OBS. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's run it.
Whoopity-doo! Now, you don't know who Montel Jordan is. Well, he's the man behind such classic 90s hits as This Is How We Do It and This Is How We Do It. So I see this 90s Night, and I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to that shit. My wife sees it as well, and she's like, hell yeah, we're going to that shit, and we're dressing up like those Hulk Hogan, Bill Clinton assholes did on TV. So we start deliberating on what we should dress up as for 90s Night. Should we just do the standard windbreakers and fanny packs and, I don't know, maybe like a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet wig? Well, I figure everybody was going to do something like that, so I came up with something different. I know, we should dress up like characters from the most iconic 90s movie of all time. Oh, you mean Titanic, right? You want to be Jack and Rose? No, not fucking Jack and Rose. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Forrest Gump. We should be Forrest Gump and Jenny. Now, this made sense to me because A, Forrest Gump is the shit, and B, we were already fucking Forrest Gump for Halloween like 4 years ago, so we already had the costumes. So the following Friday rolls around, and we are dressed up in full Forrest Gump garb. My wife looks like a fucking flower child. I'm standing there with a ping pong paddle. I even went out and bought the Nike Cortezes that Forrest Gump wears like an idiot. There goes that fucking $80. Well, it's worth noting that we were also taking one of our kids to the game, as well as one of his little friends. And since neither of them wanted to chop their legs off and be our own little personalized Lieutenant Dan, we settled for them just wearing hats that had 90s slogans written on them. One hat said, talk to the hand, and the other hat said, get jiggy with it. What the fuck does get jiggy with it mean? Oh, that was something that Will Smith invented back in the 90s. You mean the guy that smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars?
We ain't gotta talk about that. Hang on, Bianca's texting me. Baby mama texting me about some Hennessy. I don't mean to be a stereotype, but hot diggity damn. Hold on, load up. Oh wait. Oh yes. Alrighty, hell yeah. She didn't text me about Hennessy, she texted me about ramen.
Hat said, get jiggy with it. What the fuck does get jiggy with it mean? Oh, that was something that Will Smith invented back in the 90s. You mean the guy that smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars? Yep. You know he's famous for, like, other things too, right? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a whole goddamn rap career? No? Nothing? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So we get
Young
to Comerica
people,
Park,
man, he
and you
doesn't
bet
know.
your ass we made a sign to wave around in the stands. Because we had one goal in mind for this little trip to the ballpark. And that was, of course, to get our silly asses up on the scoreboard screen. Because this is my wife's favorite thing about going to the ballpark. Because somehow she always seems to get on there. Hell, one time at the Toledo Mudhens, she got on the chug cam, and she slammed her beer down quicker than a frat bro, and promptly made me look like a little bitch sitting right next to her. So before we go to our seats, we...
Relatable. That's for those who know, you know. If you know my baby mama wifey, then y'all know. She could I can't even explain. Hey,
stop
we can't
and get
all
a
do
beer.
that.
And right off the bat, the attendant...
Sorry, that counts for sure. $19 beers are us. That shit was funny. Why is it like that? Why is it like that? We went to the Impractical Joker show not too long ago, and beers were, like $19. That's almost a dub for something you could get for like $3 on a normal day, and people do it. It's so crazy.
She slammed her beer down quicker than a frat bro, and promptly made me look like a little bitch sitting right next to her. So before we go to our seats, we stop and get a beer, and right off the bat, the attendant is like, shit, look, it's Forrest Gump and Jenny. Hi, I'm Forrest Gump, and I'm Jenny, and I have AIDS.
What?
I don't know what the fuck Jenny says. What?
Why would that be what you jump to? The fuck? Never mind. I was gonna go full screen camera for that. It was not needed. See, there we go. Bam. Hey, JezzyMan, your hair's kind of fucked up. Shut up, bitch. You don't know what I go through. Shut up.
And I'm Jenny, and I have AIDS. I don't know what the fuck Jenny says. What? Oh, man, that is fucking awesome. But, why the hell are you guys dressed up like Forrest Gump in the first place? Because it's 90s night tonight. What are you talking about? Tonight's 90s night? I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, well, here's your beer. So we take our beer, and it's right around this point that we realize fucking nobody around us is dressed up like anything 90s whatsoever. There's no Hulk Hogan's, no Bill Clintons, no fucking Freddie Prinze Jr.'s. There's nothing. Nobody's dressed up like the 90s. Are you fucking sure 90s night is tonight? Yes, I'm sure, all right? Don't be ridiculous. Side note here, I was not sure at all. In fact, I had to double check my phone multiple times just to make sure that it was indeed 90s night. Look, it's definitely 90s night, all right? Look, right there's a guy dressed up like fucking Homer Simpson. All right, 90s night, Homer Simpson, high five. What? Bitch, I'm not Homer Simpson. What the fuck are you talking about? I got hepatitis, and I'm jaundiced as hell, you stupid idiot. So we get to our seats, and now we have come to the full realization that not only is nobody dressed up for 90s night, but nobody even fucking knows that it's 90s night to begin with. Hey, why are you guys dressed up like that? Because it's 90s night, and my husband's a fucking idiot. That's why. Oh, okie dokie then. But at this point, I didn't even care. If anything, that's gonna make us stand out that much more, and our chances of getting on the scoreboard screen were now through the roof. Well, the first inning goes by, and then the second, and then the third. Still no cameraman, still haven't made it on the goddamn scoreboard. I'm standing up with a sign and shit. Notice me, you pieces of shit! I'm Forrest the goddamn Gump! Well, by the time the fourth inning rolls around, my wife has had enough, and she takes our kid to the bathroom. Yeah, we're gonna go to the bathroom now. Thanks for making us into a goddamn circus act. So now I'm just sitting there with our kid's friend like, so this was probably a little bit more than you bargained for, huh? Yeah, this is pretty fucking weird if I'm being honest. Well, suddenly, out of nowhere, a camera guy shows up, literally right in front of us. So there I am with the sign, thinking, fucking finally, here it is. Here's the moment. But instead, this camera guy starts filming everybody behind us, totally oblivious that Forrest Gump is literally within pissing distance of him. And to make matters worse, he's filming 90s icon lookalikes in the crowd. And sure as shit, they're showing them right there on the scoreboard, one right after the other. Oh, god damn it, it's the hepatitis, all right? So needless to say, I'm just like, hey, asshole, look over here, I'm Forrest Gump for Christ's sake. He gives me a quick peek, and he's like, holy hell, it is Forrest Gump. Now I have to give this camera guy some credit for how he handled the shot. Because first, he zoomed in on just the Bubba Gump shrimp logo on my hat, and then he slowly revealed my dumb ass holding the sign as the one and only Forrest Gump. Everybody in the stadium collectively shits their pants at the same time. I don't get it. Why the fuck is Forrest Gump here? And then 4 seconds later, the camera guy promptly fucks off. And wouldn't you know, here comes my wife, totally oblivious to what happened. What happened?
Stupid.
Why do you got that shit-eating grin on your face? No reason, really. Your fucking husband just got on the scoreboard. Here, look at the picture that I took. So here's the actual picture that this guy got. There I am, ping pong paddle and all. Here's the camera guy absolutely killing the shot. This dude's over here like, Forrest Gump, what the fuck? My wife sees this picture and she is like, oh, cool, of course. I dress up like a goddamn AIDS hippie and your ass gets on the screen. But hey, whatever, beggars can't be choosers. At least we got on the goddamn screen to begin with, because I would have felt like a fucking idiot if we didn't. We watched the rest of the game, the Tigers end up losing, and then we watched the fucking Montel Jordan concert.
Right.
Tiger people, y'all ready for This Is How We Do It? The Tigers fucking lost tonight. Oh, shit.
Shit.
Tigers fans, you guys ready for This Is How We Don't Do It? This is how we don't do it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. All in all, I think it was worth dressing up as Forrest Gump like a stupid idiot because, well, it ended up being a pretty good time. Or This Is How We Don't Do It. This is how...
Oh, Montel Jordan, the This Is How We Do It guy. All right.
We don't do it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So all in all, I think it was worth dressing up as Forrest Gump like a stupid idiot because, well, it ended up being a pretty good time. That is until, you know, we had to walk back to our car through fucking downtown Detroit at 11 o'clock at night. All of a sudden, dressing up like Forrest Gump's unintimidating ass seems like a pretty bad idea. Fucking run, Forrest! Run, goddammit!
Oh, my God. Oh shit! Oh shit! I didn't intend to laugh that many times. Oh man. Whew. That was funny as fuck. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. All right, I gotta pick another episode that I ain't seen before. All right, let's run it. Childhood injuries. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen.
Since you're already playing games anyway, why not earn some free rewards while you're at it?
Bro,
all you need to do is download buff
that
that'll run in the background as you play, and just like that, you'll start earning buff points. These can be used in the marketplace to purchase things like Riot gift cards, Steam vouchers, or even just gaming gear in general. It's a free program that works while you're playing your favorite games, and it supports things like Valorant, League, as well as countless other titles. So what are you waiting for?
Alright, yeah, we good. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. You know, fatherly responsibilities and shit.
Yes.
Alright, run it back. Maybe this one started when I was not paying attention to something and I said, oh, hold on. Like, because it was halfway through.
All right.
I ain't never
now,
seen
I don't
this
know
one.
about you, but a big part of my childhood was getting hurt on a daily basis.
Hell
Over
yeah.
the years, I've suffered many a childhood injury because,
Hell yeah,
well,
90s,
I was a
am I
stupid
right?
little kid that made stupid decisions. But I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? I mean, we've all attempted to bunny hop over one of our friends before, out in the middle of the street, you know, for fun, right? Remember?
Can you see? Hold on. I don't know if we can see it. Full screen mode. Do you see how the chunk of the edge of my knuckle has no texture? When I was a kid, we took the rubber things off our bikes when we would drive around, and me and the homie did it, and it severed the fucking chunk of my knuckle when I was like, I don't know, like 12. Hell yeah. I remember that. It was wild. But yeah, still got the missing part of my knuckle because of that. We in here? All right. Damn, I almost just started the rest of the episode like that. That would have been really stupid. All right, let's go.
Well, today, in honor of being a stupid little kid, I'd like to go over 3 prominent injuries that I suffered as a child in no particular order. Number 1. All right, now if you guys weren't sliding down your stairs with a sleeping bag when you were a kid, I don't know what the fuck you were doing with your life. To me as a child, there was no cheaper adrenaline rush than going 0 to 60 down 14 steps in your living room. And sure, I'd get hurt. I'd get hurt all the time. But it didn't matter because that fucking staircase would call out to me all the time. Hey, you little 8-year-old bitch. I bet you can't slide down my ass with your fucking Steve Urkel sleeping bag. Oh, bitch-ass stairs. I'm not afraid of you. You're on. Ah, my pelvis. Now, sliding down the stairs with a sleeping bag is all well and fine, but if you were a real motherfucker, you went down the stairs in a laundry basket like a fucking professional.
Yes.
Now, I've only attempted this feat one time in my childhood.
Like a laundry basket or like a television box or like some kind of box. Hell yeah. And you lay down something like the carpet protector that's made of plastic that your grandma would have on the floor. You like lay that shit on the stairs and hell yeah. My house only had like 4 or 5 stairs. It wasn't very like far down. But I used to do this. Hell yeah. I'm with
The stairs in a laundry basket like a fucking professional.
Yes.
Now, I've only attempted this feat one time in my childhood, and that was with my dumbass friend Michael at his house. And keep in mind, we did this shit for fun. We did not do this on a dare. There was no money involved. There was no fucking camera crew there recording us. Hi, I'm Tyler from Brewstew Films. Welcome to Jackass.
That was funny as
Nope,
fuck.
just 2 kids a laundry basket, and a dream. That's all we needed. I mean, we did have adult supervision, all right? We weren't complete maniacs. We had fucking Michael's drunk-ass stepdad passed out in the living room. It'll be fine.
Wow.
And in our heads, this little stunt was gonna work flawlessly. We were gonna maneuver this Kmart laundry basket down a flight of steps,
Whoa.
maybe do a fucking victory wheelie on the bottom lane.
I gotta pay attention. The audio went through the headphones stereoscopically. Like, that's a nice little feature from Brewstew. It scared me. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Be fine. And in our heads, this little stunt was gonna work flawlessly. We were gonna maneuver this Kmart laundry basket down a flight of steps, maybe do a fucking victory wheelie on the bottom landing, then probably pop champagne bottles in the winner's circle of the goddamn laundry basket classic. But instead of that happening, well, something like this happened instead. We crash onto the landing like we're on the ass end of a Home Alone booby trap. The laundry basket explodes on impact. Michael's stepdad wakes up and he's like, "Oh shit, are you boys all right? Somebody call 911." Nah, just kidding. That didn't happen. His ass was so drunk he didn't even fucking wake up when we fell down the stairs. Piss off, officer. I'm fine. I only had 2 beers. But if he had woken up, he would have woken up to the scene of 2 broken children at the bottom of a staircase. Not only did I bite the shit out of my tongue on the way down, but I fucked my right shoulder up 6 different ways to Sunday. Now, did I dislocate my shoulder? Did I possibly break my clavicle in half? I have no idea, because I didn't tell anybody about it afterwards. All I know is that my shoulder fucking hurt for multiple months afterwards, and I lost a good 12 miles an hour off my Little League fastball. Hell, even today as an adult, if I wipe my ass too quickly on the toilet, I get a sharp pain in between my fucking shoulder blades. Goddamn laundry basket bullshit. But hey, whatever. No severe damage done, I guess. Kids will be kids, right? Kids will be kids.
Number 2.
Well, if slinging yourself down the family staircase isn't your idea of fun, well, let me tell you about another little stunt that we would do as kids. And this little stunt involved a skateboard and a bike with pegs. And what we like to do as children is somebody would ride the bike as fast as they could, while another kid sat on a skateboard and held onto the pegs for dear life and tried their best not to eat shit on the fucking asphalt. Yeah.
Why would you do that? I thought he was gonna like sketch on the bike and like stand on it with one foot or do something cool. We did stuff like that as kids. Hell yeah. Be like on your bike and your homie grabs your shoulders and then jumps off the skateboard onto the pegs and shit. Hell yeah. Right? Like good old times. But what the fuck is this crazy shit he's talking about? Holy hell. That sounds dangerous. If you and your friends with bikes and pegs and skateboards do the thing with the thing, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my word. But this sounds fucking, your face is this close to the ground. What the
What
fuck?
a rootin' tootin' time that was, huh?
No.
This was a goddamn game that we played all the time. It was a game that we called Hang On to the Pegs Until You Die game.
God.
And of course, we didn't have any helmets or knee pads or fucking adult supervision. I mean, aside from the neighbors watching us through their window and shit. Oh, honey, come here, quick! There's a bunch of dirty little kids doing Evel Knievel shit out in the street. Well, on one particular day, while we were outside playing the Hang On to the Pegs Until You Die game, or Hot Pega, if you will, I was determined to set our all-time neighborhood record. Now, what that record was, I have no idea. I don't know.
Hold on. This childhood injuries video making me thinking about is my 2-year-old okay? Hang on. Let me check on my kid. Alrighty. We're good. We're Gucci.
If it was distance or time spent on the skateboard or whatever the fuck. All I know is I was like, y'all better save your pennies for that big-ass holographic Guinness Book of World Records, because I'm about to be on the cover of that bitch. Now, my friend David was the one that was on the bike during this little fiasco, and I don't know if he was just feeling ambitious or if he just skipped his fucking Ritalin that day or what, but his ass started pedaling like he just robbed a goddamn liquor store at knife point. The skateboard starts shaking, doing that death rattle thing that happens when you're going way too fucking fast on a skateboard. You could hear a goddamn sonic boom echo out throughout the neighborhood and shit. The entire time I'm like, David, stop! Stop, David! Stop the goddamn bike! I'm gonna fucking die! But David on that day did not stop. Because David apparently was trying to break the goddamn land speed record on a fucking Huffy BMX bike. Well, next thing you know, the skateboard hits a pebble out in the middle of the street, and I go skittering throughout the road like a fucking poorly animated cartoon. Now, I don't know if you've ever slid to a stop on asphalt using nothing but your face and hands before, but it's not as fun as it sounds. One side of my face was completely scraped up, covered in road rash, but the palms of my hands were even worse because, well, I didn't have any fucking palms in my hands anymore. They were lying 14 feet behind me in the middle of the fucking street. Now, it's worth noting that this all happened just a few days prior to school picture day. Well, you can bet your ass that year I didn't even fucking go to picture day. To hell with that, what's the point? I'm gonna have my picture taken when I look like the fucking district attorney of Gotham City, for fuck's sake? No, thank you. But hey, whatever. No severe damage done. Kids will be kids and all that shit, right?
Number 3.
I don't know if I should give you all this information. Never mind. Oh, God. Oh, why the hell not? Actually, no.
All right, now this last childhood injury happened a very long time ago. It was way back when my dad would take me with him to go play pickup basketball games at the park. Yeah, that's right. Back in the day, my dad was basically fucking Woody Harrelson's ass in the movie White Men Can't Jump. What a time to be alive. Well, while him and Wesley Snipes would be on the court hustling the shit out of people for money, my little ass would be hanging out in the playground. And it was
This can't count for try not to laugh. I'm literally laughing out of anxiety, like bracing myself for whatever the fuck gnarly injury he's about to talk about. Oh,
during one of these sessions on the playground where I was on top of the jungle gym doing kid shit, minding my own business, when all of a sudden some punk-ass kid from down below starts talking shit to me. Hey, you up there. You're a fucking fart knocker. How do you like that shit? Now, at first, I was just confused, because I had no idea who this kid was, or why he was throwing out unsolicited fart knocker insults all willy-nilly. But this little freckled fuck just kept going on and on and on. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you dick toucher. You like to touch all the gross dicks, don't you? So I lean over the railing and look down, and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, the only dick I touch is my own, you piece of shit. Or whatever the hell I said. Look, I don't have the exact transcript of this conversation, all right? It doesn't matter what was said. What matters is, 5 seconds later, I lean a little too far forward, and I accidentally fling myself over the railing. So I plummet 15 feet to the ground, and I cracked the back of my head so hard that I swear I forgot what the fuck my middle name was. Well, that little freckled piece of shit thinks I just died on impact, so he's like, sorry I said all those things about you touching dick. See you later.
Oh, God.
Now look, I'm not gonna lie here. After falling and cracking my head on the ground, I cried like a little schoolboy bitch. Now, thank God my dad was right there.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry you guys are seeing the really fucking squeamish side of me. This video took a turn. I was laughing my ass off, having fun. Oh, my gosh. Oh, God. What the fuck happened?
Fucking on the whole other side of the park, still playing basketball. So he didn't hear me crying like a big fucking wussy crybaby. I eventually calmed down, and it's pretty apparent that I sustained a head injury of...
Okay, fuck this. Okay, nope, not doing that one. All right. Sorry, you guys. Oh, fuck. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, fuck. Okay. Squeamish much? Oh, God. That's something.
Odin Valhalla Rising. Now available on mobile and PC. Exclusive.
Back in the day, that was...
Oh, God. All right. Public school in the 90s. Since I haven't figured out how to pause OBS in the new update, I need to go check on my kid. Hang on.
All right.
Fuck. No, let's not be all right. I'm fucked up in the head now. Cool. Shit. This has been a video. All right, let's do this. Oh, God, my head hurt.
And for those of you that don't know, I just did a cartoon on school punishments from back in the day. You know, like when we had to write stuff on the chalkboard over and over again until our hands went numb. Remember that? That was a real rootin' tootin' time, wasn't it? Well, after doing that episode, it got me thinking about other aspects of my school days that may or may not be a thing anymore. Like, for example, coat rooms. Are those still a thing? Do they exist? You see, I went to one of those old-ass public schools back in the day that looked like a fucking King Koopa castle from Super Mario Brothers. And all those old-ass schools had a separate coat room attached to the classroom where you'd hang all your shit up at. We didn't have any of those stupid-ass little cubbies that they use nowadays. All right, little children, let's put our mittens away in our little cubbies, shall we? No, back in my day, you put your shit in the coat room because your teacher didn't want to look at your stupid-ass, obnoxious Angry Beavers book bag. Put it away. Go. But the cool thing about the coat room was that was the place where all the shady shit would go down when you were a kid. Like if you had Pokemon cards to trade before class or a fucking Newport menthol to smoke, well, you did that shit in the coat room where the teacher couldn't see you. Hell, I've seen entire fucking fist fights go down in the coat room. I seen a kid catch a missile drop kick to the teeth, and then 5 minutes later, he was sitting at his desk taking a spelling test. Not to mention the time where a kid took a piss inside of the coat room, and we all got to go outside again for a bonus recess while the janitor cleaned that shit up. What a fucking time to be alive. You definitely can't pull that shit off with a fucking cubby. Your ass to catch a indecent exposure charge. So what I'm saying is bring back the coat rooms, all right? They're fucking cool. Hashtag fuck cubbies. Now another thing that seems to be disappearing from schools these days.
Actually, yeah, fuck cubbies. Personal story. Fuck that. I'm not the first person. This is not like a new story. Your first set of Pokemon cards when you're a kid, your first deck, your first, like, my shit was a brick. I had a holographic Ninetales. I had all kind of shit. I had a Charizard. I have one now, too. I have a Charizard. It's in a special place. But my original one, back in the day, it got... Fucking Cubbies. Fuck Cubbies. Hell yeah. I don't even know how motherfuckers got into it. Fuck Cubbies. He's right. For real shit. I was about to fucking press resume on this.
Is having your own desk. I don't know what the hell. Another thing that seems to be disappearing from schools these days is having your own desk. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it sure seems like schools these days just throw a bunch of tables and chairs in there for kids to sit at. And I think that's a pretty big mistake because having your own desk was part of your identity back then. That was your desk. That was your little piece of the classroom. Yeah. Don't touch my desk, goddammit. I pay the property tax on this motherfucker. Go, get away. Don't even look at it. Hell, your desk was basically an extension of your student self. Yeah. Like if you got in trouble in class, chances are your teacher would send you and your desk.
I hear my daughter laughing. She's having a good time.
Out in the hallway as a punishment. Why are you sitting out here? Because me and my desk were being obnoxious little assholes during a spelling test, that's why. Now, how orderly you kept your desk depended a lot on if you were a little boy or if you were a little girl. Because little girls tended to be cleaner and a little bit more organized. They'd have like all their books neat and orderly. All their Lisa Frank folders would be in rainbow order and shit. But then you check out a little boy's desk, and holy hell, that shit would look like an active crime scene. There'd be shit crammed in there all haphazard-like. There'd be like a fucking half-eaten moldy Pop-Tart sitting there, a dead hamster in the corner and shit. You didn't know what the fuck you were gonna...
Facts as fuck. Oh, man, that's so true. That's so true. That's funny as fuck. Okay, at your schools, did you have the double desk where it would be two desks together with the little thing underneath it, like how we showed? And some students had one and some students had two, and it was just depending on like how they would set up the tables in the classroom and shit. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but my school was like that as a kid. But yeah, my school was like that. Sorry, distracted today. My school had the double desks sometimes too. And yeah, sometimes you're next to like a girl, sometimes you're next to another boy. And then if it was two boys, like our shit would just be like rammed in there. And he's right. If you sit next to a girl, you'd be like, how do you, even as a little kid, it'd be like, how do some humans just be so organized? I don't know. I'm organized now, but you get what I'm saying. Boys and girls are different is my whole point. Hell yeah. But yeah, that was my whole point, is that boys and girls are different. Let's fucking go. I'm so silly. All right.
Find in a little boy's desk. That shit would look like a goddamn I Spy book from back in the day.
For real.
I spy with my little eye 6 boogers and 9 toenail clippings. Gross. Fucking sick. But hey, it was your desk. You got to keep it how you wanted it. Hashtag fuck tables and chairs. Okie dokie. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is student graders. You remember back in the day when your whole classroom would get finished with like a science quiz or something?
Is he going to say pass it to the left and everybody grades each other's? I was just talking to Bianca about this shit. Me and her were talking about school, and I don't even remember the context, but yeah, we were just fucking talking about this. That's
teacher would be sitting there like, well, I don't feel like grading your guys' bullshit right now. Everybody pass your paper to your neighbor and pull out a red pen. I'm going to read off the answers, and you guys are going to grade your own shit.
Good old times.
Having students grade papers...
That made you talk to people, because there's people that I would never ever talk to or like know much about them unless I had to pass my paper to them, and then you'd be like, hey, it's an icebreaker. That's cool as fuck. But yeah, I remember that. Good old times.
Could be a good thing, or it could suck ass completely. Like if you were grading one of your friends' papers, instead of marking something wrong, maybe instead you'd change their dumbass answer and penciled in the right one. And then maybe, you know, at lunchtime they gave you their chocolate milk, and it was a win-win for everybody. Right? But then the other side of the coin is, you'd have somebody like Natasha's fucking forthright goody two-shoe ass grading your test, and she'd be like, nope, fucking wrong. Photosynthesis isn't the first layer of the atmosphere, you stupid asshole. You suck, -2 points.
Oh, God. It's funny because, like, who the fuck is Natasha? It was just funny for the situation and the way he animated her face. Oh, man. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Synthesis isn't the first layer of the atmosphere, you stupid asshole. You suck, -2 points. You suck ass, Natasha, with your always by the book ass. I hope you get head lice again, like you did last winter, you fucking narc. But hey, you win some and you lose some. Student graders were still the shit. Hashtag fuck Natasha. All right, now there's one last little thing that I want to talk about today, and that, of course, is pencil sharpeners. Or more specifically, the pencil sharpener. You know, the one that was at the front of the classroom, bolted to the fucking wall so nobody could...
Has the fucking trash can under it because that shit leaks pencil shavings? Hell yeah.
Feel it? Is that still a thing these days? Are there still kids in this day and age that go up to that pencil sharpener in the middle of a quiz and just sharpen the shit out of their pencil for like 45 minutes straight?
Put a mechanical pencil in there.
You're sitting there trying to focus. You're fucking up your science quiz 6 ways to Sunday and shit. But that little asshole just keeps on going. Because every time he pulls out his pencil, it would look like this shit right here, which would just repeat the cycle over and over again. Eventually your teacher just snaps and she's like, fucking sit down, Eric. God damn it. That's enough.
Who the fuck is Mrs. Merkel?
You get a 0 on your quiz. If you can't sharpen a goddamn pencil, well, it's probably safe to say you don't know shit about the atmosphere. You suck, you get an F. Look, I don't know if the pencil sharpener is still a thing, but God, I hope it is. What a time to be alive. Hashtag fuck mechanical pencils. All right, so those are just some of the things that I wanted to talk about today. And really, I could just go on and on and on about certain shit. I mean, I didn't even talk about the fucking Pizza Hut Book It program, for Christ's sake. You know, when they used to give us personal pan pizzas for reading 5 Frog and Toad books.
Why do I remember that?
Cool, all right. So if you guys want to hear more, or if you have any suggestions, why don't you drop a comment down below.
That's
or
beautiful.
Don't, I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. The end.
Let's go. All right, hell yeah. Well, this was a cool episode, I guess. I laughed more than I thought I would. Oh, I got queasy as fuck. I was really lightheaded for a minute. Hell yeah. Well, I'm here alone with my children, so I'm going to go take care of my kid and be cool. Well, you know, my older one. Shut up. Why? Y'all need to know where my fucking family at. Who the fuck is you? All right, but anyway, hell yeah. It was a wonderful day. And yeah, I'm going to feel a lot better. I'm in a better mood now. Don't forget to brush the roof of your mouth. Have a wonderful day. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, no, this is shit that I